I was explaining errors to someone. I hope you can benefit also. So I was saying with errors, how we correct them is before you correct an error, you must know the right thing that's supposed to be done, like the right thing that they were supposed to do, and then you know the wrong thing that they've done, and then on the wrong thing that they have done, you try to adjust what they have done wrong to make sure that you can match up the right thing. And this is how I was trying to solve the issue that a friend had asked. So we're looking at particularly this check, a check of 47,000 issued by the trader had been posted as 74,000 in the cash book. So I was telling you or any other that the first thing you appreciate is what was the wrong thing that they did. Okay, like you can see here, they're saying a check of 47, okay, was posted as 74. So what they did really wrong was, that's what I was saying. What they did wrong here is they credited the cash book with 74,000 and debited the trade payables with 74,000. At the end of the whole thing is you find that the debit side, sorry, not the debit side, the credit side of the cash book is 74, yet it was supposed to be 47. You get the difference, or you get the point? It was supposed to be 47, but they made it 74. So the only way I can make this 74 back to 47 is if I debit with the difference. Okay, so that's why I was saying the correction. The correction is that you're going to debit the cash book with the difference, which is 27,000, and credit the trade payables the trade payable we still trade payable still 27,000. Okay, if I may do the T account to reflect what has happened, maybe it can come out better. You can see how it looks like. Okay, the T account. So if this is the cash book, debit side of the cash book, then have the credit side. Okay, then I can also draw the T account for the trade payables. I want to reflect out, show you how those entries look like, so that you can have maybe a better feel. So allow me use TP for trade payables. Okay, so this is the whole thing. Now what they did, this is what they did. We created cash book with 74 and debited trade payable with 74. Okay, so when I come here, cash book credit side, what we have here as trade payables of 74,000. Okay, these are the entries that they passed. This is my cash book. We can call it bank account. Okay, whatever you want to call it, to be still the same thing. Okay, so this is what they did on an entry that they're supposed to debit and credit 47,000. They instead did a 74,000 entry. So the only way I can make this cash book balance, go back to normal, such that I have a credit of 47, is when I debit with an opposite entry. And this is what I was saying, the correction, and here it is. They're saying debit cash book with 27 and credit trade payables with 27. So when I come here, I'll say trade payables 27,000, and then here cash book 27,000. So by doing this, when somebody balances off, you'll find that in effect you have a credit of 47,000 instead of 74,000. That's how we correct an error of an overcast, or okay, specifically this one is overcast. You correct the overcast like this. Okay, then someone was asking uh, how do you know? Okay, how you know is this. This is how you really know about it. That you are saying your credit had a 74, but supposed to have only 47. So the only way you can reduce this 74 to go back to 47 is when you pass the difference on the opposite side. Okay. Now, assuming it was an undercast, like we saw for 9,000. Now, with undercast, you'll find that. So allow me remove this. Okay, allow me remove this. Maybe just let me just do something new. Okay, like we saw the undercast. Where is it? Let me go back to that part. Okay, here they're saying the credit side of the cash book had been undercast by 9,000. So I'll give you a scenario, and this is the scenario. Okay, unfortunately here I will not show you two accounts. I want to show you the cash book only. Okay, this is my cash book. So we're saying, okay, if the credit side is undercast, so we're saying if this is, for example, say 10,000, and put 19. If this is 19, this side will be, okay, 10,000. Okay, the debit side and credit side. We are saying that the credit side is undercast by 9,000. That's why you see this difference. You're saying that the debit side is bigger than the credit side by 9,000. Okay, we all agree on that. It's an undercast. So the only way you can make the credit side go back to 19,000 is only and only if you add back the 9,000. So when I'm writing the error, that's why I'm saying you go on the side which is less and add what is missing, undercast. Okay, this will be 9,000. By doing this, I've reinstated the credit side to where it's supposed to be. So that's how you really correct the issue, the errors of undercast and overcast. I beg to continue from there, and we go on with the bank consultation that we are doing. I hope we have tried to answer your question on how you know which side am I supposed to. How do I know I'm supposed to add something on the debit side if it's an error, or on the credit side? That's how you know about it. The shortcut is that if it's an overcast, I always put on the opposite side the difference. Okay, that over, that thing that they added on the other side to make it bigger is what we put on the opposite side. If it is an undercast, the undercast we're saying the side is less. So let's by how many you add back the difference. That is small difference. That less bit is what you add on the same side, which is less. That's how you correct those errors. So overcast and undercast. I hope I've tried to answer your question. So allow me continue with what I was doing. So I'd stopped at this check. Okay, actually I'd finished the question. So in prepare, I just said cash book, and so we're going to add and finish. Any questions that you have in mind? If I balance off that, just said the cash book. Any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, so we have total. We know all balance of the accounts. You look at the bigger side, like I can see here, I can either add or just look. By looking, I can still tell that this side is bigger and this side is less. So here I can of course tell that the debit side is bigger. So I'll get the totals on the debit side. Okay, and add them together. Let me see what I can get. If someone has a calculator, please feel free to add and confirm with me what I'm getting. Make sure that you have the same figures. Otherwise, this is the accounting entry that you do. These are the entries that you do. The next thing you're doing is not really accounting, it's more of math. You add and subtract. So really, I can encourage you that bank reconciliation is one of those easiest topics that you can attempt. Okay, I thought time would allow me to look at a question on the figures when you're given a cash book statement and the bank statement, but unfortunately I will not have that much time. I will only illustrate it. So I hope you guys can try out question number 1 and see how it looks like, or how you can. If there are any questions, maybe you can reach out to me and I'll be able to help out. So my total on the debit side is 293,000. I don't know what you have, but if you added well, it's supposed to get to 93,000, I think. So like I told you, how we balance off this is the total that is the biggest is the one that takes the entire totals. So even the credit side is supposed to be equal to 293. So you ask yourself, what can I add on the credit side as an entry such that I have what? I have a total of 293. Okay. So here, if I may look through, I think we must have 500 at the end. Then 10, 17, so I must have 6 here. To bring 2, that will be 5, so should be having the 4 here. Make it 9, then have it 2. So unless otherwise, this is supposed to be the balancing figure, or what they call the balance carried down. Balance carried down came about because it's a balancing figure. I just found it wasn't given. Okay, you can confirm whether I have the right sums. I want to give you Katwa. So if I may add those, I think let me see what I get. Okay, just a moment. I hope I'm recording this, otherwise if I'm not recording it, then I will. Okay, yeah, it's being recorded. It shouldn't be taking long on an issue like this one, but nevertheless. Okay, so the difference is that, so that's what we call, what am I getting here? Yeah, that's the difference. So that's what we call the balance as per the adjusted cash book. This one here, the 246,000. So it's the one that you bring in the pro forma, in your format, and you put it's 246,500. Okay, so on that figure, I'm supposed to add unprinted checks. Fortunately, I have only one, so I will not have to add and get. So I'm just adding that to be positive. Then I'm supposed to also less the unprinted check. So you can put it in brackets to make it negative, since it is different. Since I mean subtracting or lessing it. Okay, so when I get when I add all these, as I'm supposed to get the answer as the balance by the bank statement. So we can look at what we shall get and see. Okay. So when I add this 11, 400. If I add it to the 2, 4, I'll get 360. But on that, I'm supposed to less this one here, this 115, which is the uncredited check. Okay, always do these calculations. Don't assume that you're going to be correct. You can lose a mark on that. You're telling us that 1 plus 1 is 2. but you're giving us a 3. So this minus that, I have 205 300. 205 300. I'll go there and put it 205 300. So this figure is supposed to be the same as the cash, the balance here. Supposed to be the same as this one, but unfortunately it's not the same. It's more by 1. I hope I didn't make an error in adding. Let me look at some of the charts. Okay, where can we find the recordings? Okay, we're supposed to share them on the Assam YouTube. Hopefully we can share them sooner. Okay, we're still talking about it, but if it fails, we'll share them in the WhatsApp groups. We'll share with them. Shall that encourage your course leaders to share in your groups? So if it's fine, you can send those questions. I thought I already shared the questions. I will share them later. Okay. So guys, that is how we do bank reconciliation. I don't know why I've not gotten the same figure. It's supposed to be the same as the balance as per the bank statement. This one here. So otherwise, if there are any, I hope I didn't make errors in adding here. By the way, that's the technique, guys. So I can maybe talk briefly about reconciliation when you're given the cash book and the bank statement. Okay, now this was an easy scenario. They will give you, if it's a difficult scenario, they will give you where the opening balances of the cash book and the bank statement are different. So meaning that you have to first reconcile the opening balances and then reconcile the closing balances. Okay, like this question number 1. You find that, if I may just take you there briefly. So this is the bank statement. Then they're saying they did a reconciliation for the previous month. So this is what we are talking about, opening balances of the month that we are in right now. So you find that where can I, okay, so we're in March. So you find that the previous month, where they had the closing balance as 9,600, of course it comes as the opening balance in March as 9,600. That's the balance. Then the closing balance is 14,800. We reconcile 14,800, not the above. So however, usually, like you can see now the bank statement, if I come to the bank statement, the opening balance is 8,500. This opening balance is still different from the opening balance of the cash book. Okay, this is the scenario I was talking about, where you have to first reconcile the opening balances before you go to the closing balances. So you have a difference between the 9,600 opening balance of the cash book and the 8,500 of the bank statement. Okay, additionally, even the closing balances, you need to reconcile them. What is the closing balance of this one? It is 14,250, yet for the cash book it is 14,800. So maybe I can give you a tip on that. Okay, the tip is these are the tips for answering that question. Okay, tips. So usually the opening balances need to be reconciled. Okay, so usually most of the time they will have given you most of the time they will have given you the reconciliation or the reconciling items, like you can see here. Okay, on top they have told you that we have bank charges. Of course, you know these are direct debits. You have commission. A commission can be a direct debit or direct credit, so don't be so quick to pass it. Then you have unpresented checks. You were told you have uncredited checks. So at the end of the day, if I may maybe get to you shortly, maybe I should balance for you these opening balances. Then you balance the closing balances. Okay. So the opening balance, like I already told you, the pro forma remains the same still. So allow me just copy and paste it from here. This one here, it's the same. Let me even borrow the cash book. Okay, the difference is that the items were given. I don't need to look for them now. I just pass them the way they are. Okay, so I'm looking at opening balances, like I've already told you. So we have a 9 as far as the cash book is concerned. Where is my work? Okay, these ones are not all there. Okay, just bear with me, little patience. Okay, so these were all not there. Okay, so I have an opening balance for the cash book. I told you that what goes to adjusted cash book is the balance from the cash book. So the cash book, as you can see, the opening balance comes from here. This is the 9,600. So come and put 9,600. Okay, be keen of the side where it is. If it's on the credit side, please put it on the credit side. If it's on the debit side, put it on the debit side. As far as opening balances are concerned. Then what else? So we're also given some more information. We're told we have direct debits and direct credits. So we have bank charges. Bank charges, the direct debit 200. Come and pass it. Bank charge. I have 200. I have commission, but with commission, like I told you, I don't know whether, I'm not sure whether it is an expense or payment or a receipt. So put it there temporarily, but you be keen. Try to confirm whether it was a receipt or not. So I can confirm how much it is. Okay, sorry about the scrolling. Otherwise, so that's 100. So I'll come and put here 100,000. Okay. Then these are the only cash transactions that I can reconcile. Otherwise, I don't have any other. I don't have direct credits, do I? I don't. I only have an error. Maybe the error. Cash book error. Receipted twice. This check was received twice for 3,500. Now, when you receive twice, what does it mean? It means that you're overstating the debit side. Okay? You put 3,500 the first time, you have added again 3,000 second time. So the only way you can correct that error, like I already told you, with the overcast, you always put on the opposite side the difference. The difference in this case is the same as the 3,500 because it was done twice. In short, what they're saying is the debit side you have 7,000 and you have nothing on the credit side. And we are saying, how do I make the 7,000 to become 3,000 only on the what? On the debit side. It's only when you pass the difference. What's the difference? Is 3,500 still. So on the credit side. That's what we're going to do. So come to your cash book, and pass that error, which is 3,500. You can call it double posting, or you can call it overcast, whatever you want to call it. The same thing. Okay, so that is it. What else? Did I say any other thing? No, I don't think so. So I can balance off to get the balance as per the adjusted cash book. So as you can see, still the debit side is bigger. So this side will be getting my total. Okay. So ask yourself, what should I add on this side to also have the same total? Okay, so this is 3,800, so I can add 600, 600. Okay, this will be my balance. I hope I've not made an error like up there. The balance carried down. So this is the balance that you bring here in your pro forma. Start with. Okay, we are reconciling opening balances first. Okay, what is the balance as per the cash book? Okay, it is. So it was 26. Okay, then on that you add unpresented checks like I've given you here. My unpresented checks. Here they are. I can just get the total. This is 500. So I'll bring 500. Okay, 500. Then uncredited. My uncredited checks. Uncredited, you have these two also. They will give you 3,000. So I'll put 3,000. Okay, 3,000. So the balance is 3,100. Okay, you can see the difference. Okay, here we have 2,500. When I add it to this, I will get 5,100. Okay, so this is my 5,100. That's my as far as the construction is concerned. So this is supposed to be the same as the opening balance of the bank statement. So when you count the bank statement, the opening balance is 8,300. So there's still some reconciling items that we still have to look for. Okay, sorry about that. So at the end of the day, you must have opening balances that are reconciling. So I don't know why mine have failed to reconcile, but this is the whole logic. Kindly bear with me. So after getting the opening balance reconciled, then you go now to the closing balances. Now what happens with closing balances is reconciling items like these ones, which are in the opening balances. You try to check and see if they are passed in the following month, especially the all of them, because when unpresented checks you can check whether they passed in the bank statement. Then uncredited, still the same story. Even direct debits and direct credits, you still check the cash book to see if they passed. We can sample out one. Under unpresented checks, we had let me see, we had the 004. So unpresented check, like I told you, it's a payment that was issued, but it has not been reflected in the bank. So you go to the bank statement and see whether that transaction passed. So when I go to the bank statement, sorry. So when I go to the bank statement, I'm looking for check 004. I'm looking on the debit side. Okay, I'm looking at payments. Debit side, 1,000, check 044. So bank statement, the debit entries, okay, here they are, debit entries. Then look for check 004. Okay, unfortunately, that check is still a reconciling item. It didn't pass. Okay, check 004. Didn't pass. We can look for another one and see. We can try another one. There's a 623. So the one that doesn't pass is supposed to still remain as a reconciling item. When I look at your bank reconciliation of the month of March, I'm supposed to find there that check 004 1,000. I'm supposed to find it there because it has not passed yet. Then let me look at check 623. This is unpresented, still on the same side. Bank statement, debit side. Check 6. Here it is. Okay, it's on the credit. So being on the credit, that means that there's still an error in that check. Okay, because unpresented checks, specifically these are checks that are issued by the business but have not been reflected in the bank statement. Are we together on that? So because they've not been reflected in the bank statement, once they pass, they're supposed to pass as payments. Okay, so it's supposed to be reflected on the debit side. Now here you find that they have put it on the credit side. So like I already told you, maybe you can confirm if there's any note about check 623. Tell us whether there's any error, whether they're specific where the error was done. If they're not specific, then it means the error was done in the cash book. Where is it? Okay, they didn't talk about it here. So because of that, okay, because of that, it means that the error was done in the cash book. Okay, so the cash book, they showed it as a payment. It was a receipt. Okay. So guys, otherwise I beg. Okay, so otherwise you guys can get back to me on any issues. You can pray out that number and see how it goes. It has really so many tricks in there. So if there are any questions, you can feel free to ask them now, since we have some 8 minutes. Otherwise, I want to call it a day for bank reconciliation, and we shall discuss more tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think we shall look at preparing financial statements. We shall begin with simple ones, where we see a sole trader and he's just beginning his business. Okay, so we look at how we do journals. We look at ledgers and then prepare an income statement and statement of financial position, what we call a balance sheet. Okay, then we build on that. So otherwise, please, some links I think are already out. Okay, I'll confirm and see if we can get them today to see those videos. If there are any, if you can at least watch them. I had one on suspense accounts or errors. We had one also on cash book, the one we did last week. Then now this one also will be uploaded. So otherwise, if there are no questions, I beg to end the call. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, welcome Juliet. So that's it, guys. The account is easy as long as you practice. Okay, be familiar with these terms now that we're going to do online. I have a feeling that most of them may be like asking you whether you understand what you call say an unpresented check. You know what it is. They may give you options there. They may say an unpresented check is a check. Then they say option 1. It's a payment, okay, not yet reflected in the bank statement. Then they will tell you number 2, it's a payment presented in the bank statement. Then tell you number 3, it's a receipt, okay, it's a receipt presented in the bank statement, or it's a receipt presented in not presented in the bank statement. So if you don't know that presented checks or unpresented checks, these are checks issued, therefore they are payments not reflected in the bank, there's no way you're going to get that answer correct. So that's what really the brief I can say. So guys, that's it. I beg to stop here. We have a discussion at midday with Yatus. So you can communicate with your friends so that they don't miss out on the next topic that we're going to discuss. It may be important for them. So otherwise, thank you guys for being here. Please, the other thing, please don't join the group or the link once we have finished discuss. Please don't join. What we're having next, I'm using the same link because this is my personal link. with my classmates, the year twos, to discuss the same thing. So when you join in yet your year one, it's not okay. Once we have a discussion during the day, yours are always the first ones. Once we have one during the day, please don't join. Okay, please don't join.